Here comes another chapter from Finetune Your English using the specific word, chapter 33. The words in this chapter are arranged in such a way that you have one word coming alongside another word, and this is the way the difference in between the words are brought out for you. So we have the first word for you, a very, very familiar word, very usual with us, walking. We walk the normal way that it's so familiar an act. But alongside walking is another word called shuffling. Now when we walk, what do? We put one foot in front of the other, and the foot that is behind again comes in front, and our body moves forward. But in shuffling, the feet are unsteady, and so when we try to put one foot in front of the other, we cannot put it in front, but we have to drag it towards the other. So that is the difference between walking and shuffling. I'll show you how the shuffle looks.
What we're seeing is that it generates a bit of increased activity in your right arm. Okay, I'd like to see if raising the height of this has any influence, because it will mean that you can't take quite as much weight in your left arm. So it will encourage your right leg to work a wee bit more. So I'm just going to raise this up a little bit higher.
The person is not steady on his feet. He needs support. It can either be a stick or a person.
So just let your elbow come in by your side and just stay a little bit closer to it.
Let's observe how he
So
walks.
we've raised the height of that cane a little bit, so we'll see what influence that has on the walking. Okay, so just in your own time, you can take a few steps. Okay. I think we find that you're getting a bit more weight onto the right leg and a bit less.
So this is how shuffling happens, when one foot is dragged behind the other.
Okay, Alan, so this is the stick you've been using it.
And so you understood what shuffling is, and we come to our next word, stagger. Now stagger is, or staggering happens when we do not have control over our legs. The motions or the movements of our legs are uncontrolled, and staggering can happen either when people are drunk, or it can happen when people have any kind of brain ailments. It can also happen sometimes when you're woken up out of your sleep suddenly. You put your foot, both your feet on the ground, and suddenly find that you cannot walk normally for a few seconds or a minute or so. You are unsteady on your feet. Now that is staggering. Let me show you what staggering looks like. So that is staggering, where you do not have control over your leg movements. Okay, next word. Okay, the next word is trotting, trot. Now, you have to see what a trot looks like.
Today's question is, how do I get my horse to trot? Okay, so you're walking along and you'd like your horse to trot. What do? Do you just go, hey there, I'd like you to trot? Look at his face, he does not like that. He didn't trot. Okay, so for beginners, for people that are just learning to ride, for people that are just like, I'm not really into dressage, I just want to get my horse to trot, you just want to close your calves. So your calf is this whole flat area here, and you just want to close your calf, both calves at the same time. So 3, 2, 1, close. And you can see it was a little bit delayed, but we got the trot. Good boy. So I'll do that again. 3, 2, 1, close calf, and off we go. So that's great on a rip.
So you saw what a trot is. A trot is a jumping sort of a run. It's a slow run that the horse runs. It's a jumping kind of a run. You have different walking positions or moving positions for horses. You have a slow walk, which is called a canter. A slow walk of a horse is called a canter. And you have a gallop, which is a fast run. Now this is a trot, a jumping kind of a run. Now, people do not trot. Usually only horses trot. Okay? Our next word.
Hey, Riding Superstars. Today's question is, how do I get...
Our next word is a phrase here, to sit up. Now look at the two positions that the same person is sitting in. The first position on the left is where the back of the person is curved. Look at the upper back of the person, it's curved. His neck and his back is not touching the back of the chair, and so his position is not straight. But in the second picture that you see on the right, the back of the person is at 90 degrees to his body, perpendicular, and you have him firmly resting against the back of the chair. And so his position is what you call, he is sitting up. So to sit up is to sit up straight at a 90-degree angle. And remember, this is good for your back also. This is a different position from the position that you saw earlier. If the other person was sitting up perpendicular with his back perpendicular to his body, here you have two people sitting, relaxing. They are sitting back. To sit back is to, and look at the benches also, the backrests of both the benches are not at 90-degree angles. They are at an angle, maybe a 120-degree angle, where the person can lean back against the chair and relax. So this is a relaxing position. When you sit up, usually you are concentrating on something or working. But when you are reading something, you want to look and admire nature, you look around you, you want to just spend some time on your own, then you relax and you sit back. So I hope you understood what that means. Next word is to squat. Now there are two positions again that I've shown here in front of you. One is where the sweet little boy, he is sitting with his legs up and his buttocks touching his feet, and also he's sitting on his haunches where the buttocks touch the feet and the calves of the or the thighs. So the body, the legs are drawn above, are raised, while the position on the left, which is mostly an exercise, position that we take for during exercising, is where the girl sits with her legs in front of her. So there are two ways of squatting. One is by sitting on your haunches, resting the body on the soft part of the buttocks and thigh, where your legs are in a different position to the other position where the lady is sitting with, in a position that we do during exercise, where the legs are there stretched out in front of her. I hope the positions are clear to you. 2 different positions for squatting. This is sitting cross-legged. Now here you have the first person sitting, taking a yogic position with his legs crossed as you usually do while having our Onam lunch, Sadhya, and the other 2 positions where the man has crossed his legs at his knees, while the other where another man has crossed his legs at his ankles. So crossing legs can have different positions, and all the 3 positions are shown here for you. Alright, sitting cross-legged. A sprawl. What is a sprawl? See the children lying there in front, not a conscious posture at all, totally unconscious, relaxing, having fun, not thinking about anything, having nothing to do, spending time by themselves, enjoying. And look at the people on the right. They also have nothing in particular to do except relax. So sprawling is mostly an unconscious position where you are not doing anything in particular, just stretching out your legs in front of you, keeping your arms at whatever angles that you want to do, and just relaxing. That is sprawling. Right? Next word is lounging. Well, lounging can happen only in a chair which is not straight. You have to have a chair that leans back, or a chair that is very comfortable. It could be a sofa or it could be a chair. You lean back and you do what you want to do. See, the man in front has his legs in a very strange position, but he's relaxed. So he's lounging, he's sitting lazily in a chair, and I suppose he's doing this because he has nothing else to do, or because he has nothing to do with his time, possibly. So you could lounge in a chair and read, you could lounge in a chair and enjoy nature, you could lounge in a chair and just think. So lounging is what you see in front of you. If lounging is being comfortable, then ensconced is being sucked in by the chair that you're sitting in. You are surrounded on all 3 sides by the chair, and you lose yourself in this chair, in this armchair. You are so snug and you're so comfortable in this armchair that you are very, very relaxed. You could even drop off to sleep, or you could work if you want in that kind of a position. So being ensconced is to be being snug and comfortable in an armchair. Remember, it's an armchair where there's a lot more comfort than the normal kind of chairs. Okay? Our next phrase here is to resume the chair. Look at the woman standing here in front of you. I'm sure she was sitting somewhere for some point of time, and she's standing now, or she may decide to go and sit again. So this woman when she goes back to sit in the chair, she will resume the chair. And the people on the right, they're sitting in the chair. I'm sure they won't remain sitting long. They will get up, walk around, drink a cup of tea, chat with someone, come back and resume their work. And then they will be resuming the chair. So to resume the chair would mean to sit on the chair after standing up for some time. Right? Going on to the next word is a general word, cry. Babies cry, animals also cry. Animal cries are different. Different animals have different cries, and we will see. What I've tried to do here is gather as many animal sounds from that are mentioned in the book. A few of them have been left out, which we will deal with later. So for now, just take a look, listen to the different sounds of animals.
English Sing Sing.
sounds. B. Buzz. B. Buzz. A bee makes a buzz sound. Cat. Meow. Cat. Meow. A cat makes a meow sound. Rooster. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Rooster. Cock-a-doodle-doo. A rooster makes a cock-a-doodle-doo sound. Cow. Moo. Cow. Moo. A cow makes a moo sound. Dog. Look. Dog. Look. A dog makes a whoop sound. Dog. Quack. Duck. Quack. A duck makes a quack sound. Frog. Ribbit. Frog. Ribbit. A frog makes a ribbit sound. Horse. Neigh. Horse. Neigh. A horse makes a neigh sound. Lion. Roar. Lion. Roar. A lion makes a roar sound. Mouse. Squeak. Mouse. Squeak. A mouse makes a squeak sound. Pig. Oink. Pig. Oink. A pig makes a oink sound. Pigeon. Kill. Pigeon. Coo. A pigeon makes a coo sound. Sheep. Bat. Sheep. Bat. A sheep makes a bat sound. Snake. Hiss. Snake. Hiss. A snake makes a hiss sound. Tiger. Grr. Tiger. Grr. A tiger makes a grr sound.
Review.
So you have listened to a few of the animals. Now in this, the dog can also, I think your text says that the dog barks, the pig grunts, and the sheep bleats. So those are also different sounds, and also the frog croaks. So what you heard here is also correct, and what the text says is also correct. Okay? So here we're going to look at certain sounds made by people. Now this sound is going to be very familiar to you. It happens when you eat too much food at a very fast pace, or it even happens when you eat spicy food. You make this kind of a sound. Let's see what the sound is. It's called a hiccup, and this is how it sounds. I think this is enough for you to know that you should rush, go and drink a glass of water to help remove that hiccup from your system. We move forward. Now this is a pant. The word is a pant, and you know when we pant, either when we walk very fast or you run very fast, when you lift something really heavy, or you have something very exciting to say and you're rushing to tell someone about it, that's when you pant. So let's see how the panting sounds. So that is a pant. And again, that's something familiar to you. Okay, a yawn. Yawning is what we see when we teach you in classes. We see you yawning. When you're bored, you yawn. When you feel sleepy, you yawn. So yawning is an act which is supposed to be very contagious to the person. If the other person happens to see you yawning, that person starts yawning too. So yawning is this. Please don't yawn along with this person.
We've all heard that yawning is contagious, so how long were you able to last watching this video? Once you've yawned, click here on the screen or use the link in the description below to see our video explaining why we yawn in the first place and why it's contagious. We've all heard that yawning is contagious.
I hope no one feels sleepy. We are moving on to the word called sigh. So a sigh is an action that you make, a sound that you make when you think about something that is good, but is no more there with you. Something that has happened that was good in your life and that you wish would happen again. That is a sigh. Let's listen to what a sigh sounds like.
Want to do it with me this time? Feels pretty good, doesn't it? Sighing is one of those universal human experiences. For people around the...
So that is a sigh. And I'm sure again that is something very familiar.